writing this sex column when I was 26 years old, and I didn't know everything. I opened that chapter with I didn't know where the clitoris was, because I really didn't have to, but I guessed and got it wrong when I put it in print. And there were things I didn't, writing the column was as much a learning experience, particularly in the first 10 years for me as for anybody else. And I would joke, as a lot of gay people do and did and should stop, because it's not true and it drives people crazy, that there's no such thing as a bisexual man. And that's not true, but that was then reinforced by a study that came out of Northwestern University that could not document bisexual arousal patterns in men. New studies have documented bisexual arousal patterns in men. But that study came out and it just sort of like breathed new life into this, there's no such thing as bi guys. Bi girls, yes, they could document it. Bi guys, no. They would show porn, gay, straight, and bi porn to straight women, bi women, and gay women, and straight men, bi men, and gay men. And the straight women, gay women, and bi women would respond to all three kinds of porn. Just didn't matter. They would become aroused, whatever. And the gay, bi, and straight guys would become aroused, the gay guys to gay porn, the straight guys to straight porn, and the bi-identified guys to gay porn in this original study. And that was a problem. And I would also identify things that were unique burdens to being bisexual. It is true that for many gay people, we identify as bi briefly, and it is a phase. Not bisexuality is a phase, but lying about who you are and claiming to be bi because it's somehow easier for your parents and friends to think you've only halfway gone over to the dark side. And to acknowledge that, I don't think is biphobic. So when I meet somebody who's a bi-identified 35-year-old man, I'm like, yeah, you're bi, like whatever. When I meet somebody who's a bi-identified 16-year-old boy, I think, so was I. And I don't say that out loud, except in my column, but I don't think that acknowledging that that reality should be taken as biphobia, but a lot of bisexuals.
And you also say in the book that study turned out to be problematic, right?
That study was incorrect, but here's why, and this is what's really interesting. Some people who say they're bi are not, right? What they didn't control for in the first study, where they were unable to document bisexual arousal patterns in male, is that some people were lying when they said they were bi. They believed everybody, these guys who said that they were bi, and they included them in the study, and then these guys weren't bi, and they were college-age guys. So they were me at 16. They had created a sample that was all gay men who were briefly and temporarily identifying as bi. When they recreated the study at the same university, they didn't take people's words for it. They researched these people. They did background on these people. They went and they controlled for the liars. Mm-hmm. And when they controlled for the liars, they were able to document bisexual arousal patterns in males. And so it's funny that I get accused of being biphobic when I say some bi people are lying when they identify as bi, when what the researchers needed to do to prove that some people were bi was accept that some people indeed are lying when they claim to be bi, and only by doing that did they come up with the evidence
with a good sample.
With a good sample.